Well, it's Monday, 6 p.m, and it wouldn't be a Monday if the four of us weren't live to talk absolute rubbish, right? What a better way. Is there a better way to start your week rather than listen to four lads just talk whatever comes up? So, here we go. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. Here we are again with myself, Paul Catherall, and the wonderful, gorgeous guests, or co-host, I guess I should say, for the live stream. So why don't we introduce ourselves? Jet, why don't you go first, mate?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. And we're back here every Monday. Nice to see you all.
Mike, you go next, mate, and please tell our viewers about your top. You're on mute, mate, again. I don't know why we can't hear you.
Better.
That's better. Go on.
Okay, well, today I'm wearing a Brazilian shirt from Rio. It's called Flamengo, the club, and I actually got it as a gift from a Brazilian girl that I found out later who fancied me, and she was giving me gifts to kind of show that she fancied me. I thought she was just really nice. She was really very attractive, and I was like, there's no way this attractive girl likes me. But yeah, I got a free shirt. So yeah. Next.
Mike, I don't know where to go with that. I'm sure that's like a drunken story at some point for a future X-rated live stream we can do. Anyway, Oli, mate, why don't you say hi?
Hi everyone. Hope everyone's well. First day of the month as well.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
First of Feb. January was a long year, wasn't it?
Mate, it was a crazy month, but it was good. It was good.
Nice one. So
yeah,
listen,
I
Oli,
did better. But
last day of the transfer window.
Is that today?
Is that tonight or?
I have a question to the Brits. Since the Brexit, would the Premier League clubs have trouble signing European players?
Apparently, Jet, no. But I think there's a lot that we don't know about Brexit at the moment, mate, that's going to come up. This is how interested my life is at the moment. I was listening to BBC Radio 4 earlier on today, like 4 o'clock UK time. And
right.
And they were talking about the impact that Brexit's had on fisheries and farming in the UK. I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole because we're here to have fun. But they're talking about how much legislation is now being incorporated because of Brexit and the impact it's having on the industry. So, yeah. Although, Jet, we're not seeing that at the moment translate into the Premier League or any type of sporting environment at the moment. I don't know if that will change. Maybe, but I don't know. Oli, mate, if you don't mind, let's start with you today because you are obviously the PGA Pro of the Philippines, and if you're not golfing, you're sleeping. From what I can tell on your timeline, so share some golfing stories from this week, mate. Where have you played? Because the goal is to play every local course in 3 years, right?
Yeah, so I think there's 55 throughout the Philippines. Although there's 2 new ones that's been built or recently been built. So I'm about 22 or 23 or something like that. So yeah, on Saturday I went to play Spendido, which was the second time I played there, and the first time I played was an absolute nightmare. So I had a better round this time. And then I took two newbies there as well, so they had a good time. But to go outside traffic on a Saturday is, it's a nightmare.
So tell us about your round, mate. How'd you play? Did you score under 100? Did you hit any sweet shots?
So 9 on the front, 9 over, and then 7 over on the back 9. But that's with 4 mulligans. So technically speaking, I would have scored without the mulligans probably 90, I think 92.
All right, okay. Well, they broke the ton then. You
Yeah.
got to be happy with that, mate. Any tips out there you'd like to share with the golfing professionals, mate, or budding professionals out there? What's your top tip when it comes to taking up golf?
Mate, I mean, it's actually, you know what? This might seem weird. The more I play it, the more I can relate to it playing football.
Really? Explain.
Yeah. So, like, you got the different shots, right? So you got the drivers and the woods, and then you got the long irons and the shorter irons. Then you got your pitching wedge, and your putter, right? So in football, what have you got? You got short. You got control, short passing, long passing, shooting, and each of those are different techniques, right? Apart from obviously with football, you got to move around. I mean, yeah, if you can't move around, then you're slightly fucked. But but technically speaking, it's about technique and it's just different. The different kind of I don't know, feeling, I guess, as well, right? I mean, if you want to do a nice short pass, you probably finesse it. But if you want to, smash it 50 yards, you're gonna have to put like some power behind it, right? And it's like finishing as well. Like you can do the finesse finishing, or the average guy like Paul at open play just smashes it, put his left foot behind it, and hopes for the best. So yeah, it's a bit like that, really.
Cool. I think it's not very often that I've heard football and golf being compared, mate. And I'm not sure I stand on that argument, to be honest, because I always think that football's more of an instinctive game, and then golf is there's a lot more processes involved in golf. And I think when you get the muscle memory right in golf, then it does become more instinctive, particularly your short game. Your short game is very instinctive, right? Nine downs to your wedges. That's very
it's more feel, right?
It's all about the feel, right? And soft hands and stuff like that. So yeah, interesting, mate. It sounds like we should have a discussion over a beer about football and golf. Anyway, that's a nice segue into football, right? So where do we go? Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Arsenal.
I'll take a point. I'll take a point. I'll take a point. We did well. Our defense did well, and we had a lot of players that were out too. But I mean, against the Man United squad right now, they're second in the league. We did well. We'll take the point. It feels like a win for me.
I'm a bit disappointed, Jack.
That's right.
With it.
That's
not the usual Gunners mentality. Where maybe
what position are Arsenal right now?
We're 10th now. Woohoo! I'm celebrating the mid-table. Mid-table. 8. A couple of weeks ago, we're about to be relegated. So yeah, we're doing well. And so far, we've only conceded 2 goals, and which is the last 10 games. We only conceded 2 goals. So that's something promising, especially with the defense that we had, and our man of the match. And the man of the match against Man United was David Luiz, which is very surprising. We didn't expect that. I'm not expecting that. David Luiz to be the man of the match. But so, yeah, it's really good.
I don't really know what to say, mate. I guess I understand that you're saying 0-0 against United you're happy with, but I'm just concerned that's an indication of how far Arsenal have dropped off the pace.
We don't support Aston Villa that we can think of doing so well, all right?
Wait, we're coming to that. Don't steal my thunder. Don't steal my thunder, mate. We're coming to Villa. But listen, mate, if you're happy with it 0-0, then take it, right?
I've adjusted to the mid-table mentality, so. So yeah. So Paul, I know you can relate to that.
listen, mate, and I know, mate, you're going to poke fun at me, but as far as I'm concerned, Villa right now, we're still 8 points off relegation, right? That's it. I don't care where we finish. We're on 32 points at the moment, right? We had a good win against Southampton, although that VAR decision, I don't even know if that was offside, to be fair. That was well dodgy. Anyway, for me, it's still that 40-point mark, right? Like you, Jack, I've adjusted to my circumstance, right? And as long as I'm not get carried away or anything like that, but the sooner we hit that 40-point mark, the happier I'll be. Yeah, and I'm a bit frustrated, if I'm honest with you. I'm a bit frustrated that Dean Smith isn't getting the credit he deserves, right? So there's a lot of high praise at the moment for Leeds boss. What's his name?
Yeah.
Bielsa.
Bielsa, right? There's a lot of praise about Bielsa, that he's brought Leeds up and they play this great attacking football, and they're 16 points above relegation. They've scored more goals than I think Chelsea and Arsenal or something like that, right? Kudos to him. Great stuff.
Yep.
But
great stuff.
I'm not.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, mate, that I'm not in the same stuff about Dean Smith. I think he's had a fantastic start to the season. Well, look, we're in February. We're still in the top half. We're on 32 points. The deals that he pulled off during the transfer window before the season started are nothing short of fantastic. To get Barkley and to see how well Barkley's playing, playing with Grealish. Kudos to him, mate. Honestly, kudos. I think Dean Smith. I'm biased, right? I'm bound to be. But Dean Smith needs a bit more recognition. That's all. Mike, go on then. Shoot me down.
Well, look, I mean, Leeds are great fun to watch. Like, you can watch them lose and you have a good time as a neutral, right? You're like, oh, great, that was a great match to watch. When you watch Aston Villa, it's a bit like, got a bit like...
What?
We were like, okay, how did that happen?
Villa played what? Boring? Justify that comment, mate.
How did that happen? I mean, just a bit like, I don't, they grinded that out. Like, that's what I think it is.
Oh, I thought we were friends. I think I know what you're saying.
Compared to Leeds, okay?
Mate, anybody compared to Leeds at the moment are grinding out results, right? Even City or Liverpool, they're grinding out results compared to what Leeds are doing. They are, but you're right, they're fun to watch. I don't necessarily think we're playing boring football. I like the style of football that we're playing, right? But yeah. All right, Mike. I'll let you have that comment.
Actually, who's your midfielder? The tall guy. He scores from the middle. He's pretty good. I think he's no beside him.
Jack.
Really?
No.
McGinn.
I think he's Senegalese or French.
Oh, the guy that we've just bought.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we've not played. Yeah, he's not played yet. We only bought him during the January transfer window. Are you talking about? Is it Tamure?
Tamure, yeah.
Yeah. He's playing well.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good player.
Right, come on then, mate. Let's have a Liverpool update, mate.
What a difference a week makes. Hey. What a difference a week makes. Well, we're third. We're 1 point behind Man United.
So do you think the title's gone? Do you think City are going to win?
Yeah, I do. I think we just have to hang on for getting Champions League football.
Surely you're going to finish in the top. You're going to finish in the top 2 or 3, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm just not being too confident. I'm just saying, you know what, top 4, I'll take it. That's fine.
Did you buy any players for this transfer window? Players.
I think we tried, but I don't really know too well. I don't think we got anyone. I know there was talk.
You bought somebody today, David.
The Preston defender, no?
Yeah. We're after like 2 million or something.
Who is
Ben,
What?
I think it's Ben Davis or something. Davis.
Ben Davis plays for Spurs,
Ben
mate.
Davis is.
No, his name's Ben Davis. Yeah, I read it earlier today.
Okay, well, there you go.
This is a different Ben Davis then.
Well,
Yeah.
let's hope so.
Maybe without E. I don't know. I mean, see, at the end of the day, like, what does it matter? I think we struggled with the defense, and we can't get anyone in. So yeah, just top 4. Fingers crossed. Let's see.
Sergio Ramos is his contract is up for negotiations in Real Madrid.
Well, he declined coming to us. I think he rejected us.
Did he?
Yeah, and then he was into Man United, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth.
Oh,
So,
Imagine if he goes to United, chooses United over Liverpool, man. That's gonna suck. Listen, one of our mutual friends, Oli, Ash has just posted in the chat. How much did Villa pay off the VAR guys against Southampton? Ash, I admitted it, mate. I said it 5 minutes ago. I don't know how we got away with that. And I was just actually saying a huge compliment to Leeds. Ash is a Leeds fan, right? So I was just saying how well Leeds are playing and that Mike really loves watching them either win or lose, mate. So there you go. Take back that comment. I'm not standing for it. How much did Villa pay off?
Leeds are playing the same squad that they had in Championship, right? So I mean, they're really doing well, but they didn't add any new players, and the core has stayed
Rafinha's
pretty
new.
much the same.
Rodrigo's new.
Okay.
Yeah.
For this season.
Basically, they're the same.
Mm-hmm. So I'm giving credit to Leeds. I mean, they're right now on
They
12
deserve
of the
to win it,
table.
especially Bielsa. Right, I agree with you, Jet.
Yeah. Can we stop having this Leeds 11?
They're on good form, mate. They're 12th of the table.
Yeah.
I'm not
3 points behind you. I think a point behind Arsenal.
Nobody apart from me said how well Villa are feeling. I'm a Villa fan. Come on.
And one of the best footy films are in
More,
Man United.
a flamboyant manager as well.
Get Dean Smith to sit on a bucket, and then you'll have something going for you.
One of the best football films is Damn United, and it's based about Leeds.
I agree. That is a good film. With Michael Sheen, he plays Brian Clough, right?
Yeah, he did.
That's good.
He was supposed to be a pro football player, but he was in a crossroads of deciding which career, and he decided to do acting. That's why he was able to get that casting.
Oh, really?
For the
What?
He had skills. Michael, he was supposed to play professional football, but he decided to take on acting. I researched it when I watched Damn United. I researched it. They said Michael Sheen has skills, and then it turned out that he was during his younger days he was about to be drafted, signed, but he decided to be an actor.
That's the same with I don't know if you guys watch Doctor Who, but do you know Matt Smith, one of the doctors?
Yeah.
He was a cracking footballer. And he chose acting over playing professional football. He could have been that good, apparently.
Gordon Ramsay was a footballer.
Oh yeah, as well, right? Gordon Ramsay, yeah. He had trials. Was it Rangers he played?
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay too.
Yeah, a lot, right? A lot. All right. Oli, anything else you want to add on the state of the current Premier League that is either biased to Leeds and not biased towards Aston Villa? Before I cut you off.
No, I just think and I think I mentioned it before, like because without the fans being there, I think that the whole thing's unpredictable, and that you're getting all these like weird results. Oh, and yeah, and the fact that Villa are right at 9th or something in the league, But say Paul, you're going to make it because look, if you look at the table, Fulham on 14 points, mate. There's no way they're going to get to
don't say it all.
Points, right? Like it's just not possible. So I think you're safe. I think in fact secretly you want to finish top 6, don't you? Really, but you don't want to say it. You don't want to jinx it.
Ollie, honestly, I'll go back to my previous statement. As long as we stay up on goal difference, I don't care where we finish. Honestly, now I'm not getting carried. I don't want to get carried away this season. We're doing so well, but as you were saying there, the fans not being there, there's some really strange results happening right now. And I think if you look at the stats, there's been more away wins this season than there's been. I don't know since when. Let's say since the Premier League history, because there's no fans there. So that just gives you an impression of how much influence on a match the fans do have. So I agree, mate. It's a shame, but I'm not getting carried away. As long as we stay up, I'm not joking. The moment we hit 40 points, mate, my season's over. I'm done. I am done.
Stop the podcast. Is that what's going to happen?
No. Don't be. Let's not.
That can happen in 4 games, mate. I reckon that'll be in 4 or 5 games. So yeah.
What's our next 2?
What's everyone's opinion on Frank getting sacked?
That's a good question. I'll just give it to the Arsenal.
I had a lot of messages the day he got sacked, and I did a bit of research actually. So I'm going to be in the minority on this one.
You think he should stay?
No, like Chelsea. The last 10 years, Chelsea are the most successful EPL team in terms of trophies, right? So, and Abramovich always has that what's the image, I guess? Oh, you don't give people enough of a chance. Well, if you're going to win the trophies, then
he gives you a chance.
No,
like in Matteo, he's sacked.
Yeah,
and he won a trophy.
Yeah. So I think he might be onto something there. Like, just keep on sacking them, and you'll win more trophies.
Well, he does give the budget. I give you that. I mean, they bought a lot of players. You think they'd be further up? They're not.
Yeah, they bought a lot of players. Yep.
Yeah.
What was it, like 200 million? I think.
They're now 7th in the league. Yeah, around 200 million. Something in the figure.
So you'd expect to be higher for 200 million spent, obviously, right?
They got.
I mean, I'd be expecting to be top of the league.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, but I mean, he still sacks a lot of people, a lot of managers, quickly, no?
No, that's my point, mate. Like, I agree with him, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, give someone a chance, give someone a chance." But like, the fact is, he's won more trophies than anyone in the last 10 years, right? So
he's also given Lampard two seasons. So there you go. 1 season already, right? And this is coming up to this
season and a half.
Yeah, and then like if you let's say it was a team that is close to relegation, not Aston Villa, then you'd be halfway through the year. You would say, if we're not where we need to be, we need to change, right? So I think it's fair too. Actually.
So Ollie, you're saying.
So how much time should a manager, the current state right now during these times, how much time does a manager need to turn things around?
I'd say 2 months. Oh wait! 2 months into the season, then you decide whether they stay or not. That's what I would say.
I mean, football is, in terms of,
it's a microclimate. It's small.
It's a stupid business, right? Because you get all these managers that keep like get get sacked and they get rehired again. Like, you know, if Mikey was like the manager of a massive construction company and he kept on making them bankrupt, I would not hire him. But next team, he'd be like, oh, Aston Villa, yeah, I'm gonna turn you around. They'd be like, oh yeah, sure, we'll hire you. Here's 200 million to spend, and it's like, Jesus Christ, man, the guy is obviously bankrupt every single company he's been at, but you're going to give him 200 million.
Don't exist anymore.
It's the only industry I know, Ollie, where you can get sacked and come back on a higher salary and more or less get a promotion, right? I don't know that anywhere else. Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like there's no logic behind it, you know. Which I always think most managers don't make a difference. I reckon there's only like 5% maybe that actually make a difference. You can stick anyone. I mean, you can stick. Yeah, Paul Cafferel could be the manager at Aston Villa now, and they'd probably still be in the same position, mate, I reckon. If not higher.
I'll take the higher. I think if you get the right manager, I think managers in most industries make a difference, but particularly football, mate. Any sport for me, and it's because you're talking about tactics as well, right? So yeah, that's my stance. Ollie, when you managed your football teams locally, then, so you made no difference. They could have just gone out and played without you.
No, I mean,
well done, Paul.
I made a difference, but the reality was the players, mate. I just because in general, right? When you play with friends, you're like, oh yeah, pick my best friend. I didn't want that. I wanted to win, so I was like, these players are playing, and that's it. I mean, and to be honest, I know we're live, but I didn't even like some of the players I selected. Because they played well, right? They played well in their position. So as long as you got that, and then you're kind of, it's almost kind of there, you know. I mean, you can't. I mean, all the shouting you're doing on the touchline, the player's not going to change, is he? Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, look at like players like well, I don't know, the ones that don't. Yeah, Arshavin, Ozil. You can't shout at those guys, man. You got to let them play in a particular way, right?
That's what Ferguson said about Nani. He said you can't shout at Nani; he won't play. Yeah, exactly. You can't tell him to track back because he's not going to do it. So it's like, okay, well, we know he's going to. So let him do that.
Okay, from what I'm gathering is that the power now lies more on the player than the manager.
I mean, players do have power, but like if you look at the great teams, right, they've got a few things that are quite similar. There's like 8 captains on the field, right, and they're all winners. They don't really care about well, they do, but their passion and their purpose is to win. You know. Like if you look at the Man United teams, the early Arsenal teams, do you know what I mean? Those guys were winners. Like, in fact, if Paul was the manager for the Invincibles, he would have probably gone a bit further, right? That's how easy it was. Like that.
I don't think you can go further than the Invincibles.
Are you telling me Wenger goes to Henry and goes, Henry, can you flick it up and volley it into the top right corner? Of course, he hasn't done that. Right?
Well, no.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the players.
Henry was playing midfield, left, and then when he was brought to Arsenal by Arsene, he put him in the middle. And Henry said, "I won the World Cup as a midfielder. I won Juventus as a midfielder. Now you're putting me as a striker, a central striker." And Arsene just said, "I want you to score just like when you were a boy."
And that proves to be
that's a manager thing because that's a manager thing. So the argument that you can have Paul Cafferel manage the Invincibles, I don't think Paul Cafferel knew Henry when he was 12 years old, and he would never said.
I think Paul would have gone, oh, actually, look, I've seen them in training, and I like this Petit and Vieira in centre midfield. So let's stick Henry up front, just up front, and Bergkamp behind him, and that looks all right. Because I've got Perez and Lundberg on the wing, so yeah, let's try it out.
Ollie, I think for me, you're going down a rabbit hole here, buddy. Honestly, and I don't know if you're doing it just to stoke a fire and get some reaction. I won't be surprised.
Explain it to me, right? How about Ranieri when he won the league? Everyone's going, oh, blah blah blah, and then the season afterwards, he got sacked, or the season after that, whatever. But explain to me, if he was that an amazing manager, why would he get sacked? This is my point about football, right? It's so fickle that I don't think you're gonna, as a manager, your input is almost irrelevant.
But see, during the
almost irrelevant is very like. Go on.
When Leicester won the Premier League, when Leicester won the Premier League, the very next season, players wanted out. Even said that it was a fluke win and they're not going to win again. Kante went to Chelsea and all those. So Ranieri has to rebuild the team, and honestly, Kante was a key figure in the Leicester squad, and he was not able to replace Kante, and the entire system fell apart. Just like when Arsenal was unable to replace Patrick Vieira, everything fell apart. So there's a lot of.
So now what you're saying is Kante was the guy that won the league, right? I mean, surely if you were a good manager, you'd go and
they
replace
sold Drinkwater as well. They sold him more than just him.
But if you cannot find the same type of player that would be able to hold that midfield, then that's going to be a problem.
Well, that's the manager's problem, right? You're the manager. You're paid to manage the team.
Now there's a bigger issue now, because Leicester at that time could not afford is a midfielder that's the caliber of Kante. So the financials. Remember, if you bring in a new manager, nutrition will change because they have a different. He's going to bring in his own coaching staff. He's going to bring in his own medical team or nutritionist, and things can go bad for certain players. So, I mean, and once with the players' voices now, with the social media, once they don't like a manager, they go social media and act like just like Paul Pogba. I mean, those type of players. So,
but this is my point, right? You need to win. You need a group of individuals that are just there for the purpose of winning, right? Not I want to go on social media, or he didn't pick me, I'm going to badmouth him in the press, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, if I managed the Man United team with Keane, Scholes, Giggs, Beckham, and all those guys, I'm pretty certain. Well, even the four of us, right? Even let's just say we're the backroom staff and whatever. I'm pretty certain we'd probably do quite well, right? Because I don't think those players had any sort of attitude or were going to give him any kind of like grief.
So I got a question then. Do you think who's responsible for Leeds' turnaround in performance in terms of promotion? Is that the players or is that the manager?
Well, you see, Paul, that's my 5%, right? and then going back to you going, oh, why don't people talk about Dean Smith? There you go, mate. Because Marcel, he's a 5%er, right?
Oh, you got an extra door for everything, man. I love it. So,
but where's he managed? This guy's managed everywhere: Argentina, Spain, Italy, whatever, right? Dean Smith's only managed Walsall and Brentford. Like, you put him in Buenos Aires, mate. He'd shit himself.
Mate, I think this is probably the most controversial statement I've heard on the live stream. football managers have little or no impact on the football results. All right, okay. So Ferguson, I'm guessing was in the 5%, but Wenger wasn't.
Yeah, no, Wenger was. Ferguson was. Yeah.
What about Greece, Euro champions? Otto Rehhagel.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Okay, like Real Madrid with Zidane in there, he has an aging squad. I mean, and it's the same squad that he inherited. It wasn't performing at all, but he won the Champions League 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times.
Well, he doesn't.
But look at the players, right? Look at the players that he had. I mean, like Ronaldo, Ramos, Marcel,
superstars, to be fair.
right? Amazing players. Cruz. Who else was there? Modric.
But it's the same set of players before he took over that were not performing.
Right.
So when he took them over, they became good again. Is that what you're saying, Jim?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
And okay.
And also, Oli, to your 5% argument, every manager that we've mentioned, you've got no, he's in the 5%. So that's 100% of the managers that we've mentioned.
Well, mate, if you want to go with 95%, yeah. So Dean Smith, John Gregory, mate. Who else? Or the Villa one. Steve Bruce, was he one? Was Steve Bruce a Villa manager? I don't know.
Martin O'Neill.
Martin O'Neill.
Yeah, Martin O'Neill.
5%. No impact at all. Who was the French guy that came over and managed us for about a day?
There you go, guys. That's
Gerard Houllier.
No, not Gerard Houllier. There was another guy, Raphael or something. I forget now. He joined us before Roberto Matteo took over. I forget who it is now. Anyway.
Oh, Guillaume? No, wait. He was with Lille. Raphael. He was with Lille, right? Yeah. He did well with them.
Yeah, Lille. He was with Lille before.
Oh, man. Sorry.
Right. Listen, Oli. This is. I actually want to pick this topic up again, and I hope that you're not.
Remy Gardme. I think that was the guy, right?
Remy, yeah.
He loves his stats, Oli, didn't he? He was like
ex Arsenal guy as well. But not a winner. He's not a winner. So yeah, there you go. He didn't learn off Arsenal.
Oh man, you're too funny, Al. You're too funny. Listen, guys, we've been on air for nearly 40 minutes now. So, I think we should change gear and just kind of wrap it down. We normally just stay for like 30 minutes. So, I'll appreciate your insights on managers. There's a further discussion there, and I'm pretty sure this topic isn't going to go away anytime soon. The one thing I'd like to say is this weekend sees the return of the situation, something that I'm extremely passionate about, and obviously it's not going to be the same without the fans. And I just hope that Wales give themselves a decent run. We're not going to win. That'll either be, in my opinion, one of 3: England, France, or Ireland. And France at the moment they're playing some excellent rugby. So yeah, it's one of those 3. So I know you guys aren't rugby fans, so I'm just watering on. But I'm done. Right, guys, as we're coming to the end of it, let's go around and see if there's anybody who wants to say anything. Jet, any comments about whether or not managers are worthwhile? Anything you want to say before we end the live stream?
There's a reason why there's a game called FIFA Manager. So I don't know. I think it's important. Managers are important.
He doesn't own that game. He doesn't believe in it. So when he never played Championship Manager.
I'll tell you what. There's a big game. There's a big game Saturday. Aston Villa, Arsenal. Let's talk about that. Right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna win it. I'm not confident the last time. I'm like,
two rubbish managers against each other. 0-0, nothing, because they're technically they won't have a clue what's going on.
Let's go.
Paul, if you're going to manage Arsenal, what are the changes that you're going to do?
Oh, great. I haven't got enough time for that, to be honest with you. I think the one thing that I'd like to see more from Arsenal is it's so easy to say just play it faster, right? And I don't mean just hoof it. I'm not talking about long ball, but just play the triangles. Just get moving a little bit faster. Whenever I watch them, and I don't watch them that often, but whenever I do, they always just seem to be a little bit laboured, particularly in the final third. Their defence now seems to be sorted, but the final third, they just need a little bit more decisiveness, I guess, in my opinion. Same question to you about Villa then, mate. What would you change for Villa?
I'll probably resign if I'm the manager. Let's
ask the Grealish question. Jet, do you think that Grealish? Do you think he should play the ball faster than he does at the moment? Because there's two schools of thought, right? There's a school of thought that says the reason that Grealish gets tackled so much or fouled so much is because he holds on to the ball too long, and the other school of thought says actually he gets fouled too much because he's a danger. What do you think, Jack? How would you play Grealish?
The reason that he's getting fouled is because players want the ball off him quickly, where he couldn't make any split decision, a longer decision, more time on the ball. So I guess he just needs to learn how to read the players that's coming onto him, or where he could go. That's where Fabregas was good. He was not gifted with speed, but he knows where to move and find pockets of space so he can have more time on the side. So I think that's what he needs to do, because if I'm playing against him, I will definitely foul him. I'll definitely foul him.
You bring him down. All right. Okay. Cool.
I'm an old school player, so I'm going to foul him.
Okay, so let's do this. Oli, if you can keep a record. Predictions for Saturday score, Villa Arsenal.
Oh, mate, there's two things, right? So both rubbish managers. It's either going to be 0-0 or 4-4 because it'll be a free-for-all, right? But saying that, I'd go and rather watch the Liverpool-Man City match on Saturday instead when there's two proper managers there knowing what they're doing.
Right, all right. Mate, final comments, mate. Let's get this idiot off the air.
Looking forward to the Liverpool Man City game, and hopefully we'll do well, and hopefully Klopp can make some changes and decide the game from the manager's position. So
there you go. I guess Oli, Klopp's in the top 5%.
Yeah, definitely. He's there.
Okay. Pep too. Pep's in the top 5%.
Oh, mate, he's top 0.5, mate. Like, yeah.
Oli, top 5%.
Who?
Oli Gunnar Solskjaer.
No. No way. No chance.
Mm-hmm.
So you think without Oli at the wheel, United would still be in second place now in the Premier League? That's your statement. Without Oli there,
I think it'd be better.
In fact, mate, and I think Dean Smith would probably done a better job. Right. On a serious note now, right? Actually, I don't mind Dean Smith. I think he's a good manager. He would have. There's no difference between Dean and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Like, yeah.
Okay. I don't know where to go. I'm going to go down all the managers in the Premier League, but all right. Okay, cool. Oli,
you never mentioned Mourinho.
Mourinho.
100%. Yeah,
he's top 5%.
Yeah.
I love Mourinho. I think he's class. Oli, as you've been our most controversial panelist today, why don't you say our final goodbyes and take us out, mate? What other controversial statements would you like to leave?
Well, I don't know. Guys. So seriously, it's been an interesting talk today on the first day of February. But yeah, no, seriously, on this weekend, I think the football is going to be good. So we'll have lots to talk about the following Monday.
Yeah, we'll have football, rugby. And are you golfing this weekend? Oh, any plans for golf?
Yeah, I think I'm playing Wednesday, Friday, and either Saturday or Sunday. So yeah.
Awesome. What about you, Mike? Are you out on the course or are you giving it a miss?
I'll try to. I'm going to play some tennis as well.
Great.
Yeah.
Gents, thank you so much. I've loved this, even though we've had some controversial statements. It's been good fun.
This is great.
It's been really good. Thank you all, listeners, viewers. Thank you very much for tuning in. We really appreciate your feedback, your comments. And Ash, I'm not going to hold the Villa comment against you, mate. All right, take care, everyone. See you soon.
See you.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.